Hey guys, Mayo Best here from Paradigm Coaching, creator of the X Factor. And I want to talk about something today, and it's about a disease that's been running rampant on pretty much a lot of the folks that I know, even has been attacking some of my clients lately. This disease that I'm speaking of is called Ezies. Easy is killing us. Easy is truly, by all accounts, the one thing that is actually completely destroying people's dreams and everything that they say that they want. And what I'm going to do today is talk about this in a way that's pretty candid, it's straightforward to you. You know, I liken this to the metaphor that I like to use, on your way to success, on the journey that you're walking on and attaining whatever it is that you want to attain. There's going to be a building, okay? This is your building. Everybody has a building. And in this building, there are these windows, these huge windows, big enough for your body and everything that makes up you to fall through. Now, here's the interesting thing. The window has no glass. It's always open because at any given time, you can fall out. But the crazy thing you're going to do is you're going to actually jump out. And when you first start off on the journey towards your success, you actually start off on level 1. Okay, on level 1, when you first walk into the building, that is you making a decision to go after it. That's level 1. But see, this building has many, many floors. And see, every time you go to the window and you jump out and you go to the bottom, okay, you go back into the building again, you go up, but you go up to the next level. When you get to the next level, it's not the same problems. Now, this metaphor is symbolic of this. When you jump out of the window, what you're essentially doing is you're jumping into your fears. And the distance from the top of the level that you're at all the way to the bottom is what defines the level or the intensity of the fear that you will have. Now, the crazy thing, and this is why they call a lot of successful people crazy, is because they keep getting back and getting up once they hit the bottom, going back into the building and going back up to another level and doing the same thing over again. Now, most people don't really ever step into the building to begin with. They don't even get to level 1. But even if you do step in the building, let's say you're on level 3. You see, your level 3 might be a different level 3 for someone else. Level 5 could be different and so forth. But wherever you are, in whatever level you are in your building, I'm here to tell you something that I want all of my students to know, all of my clients to know, is that you're going to constantly be bombarded with the notion of being uncomfortable. We as a society, I feel, have gotten so used to being comfortable, we don't know how not to be. And there's lessons in the discomfort that you're going to go through that's going to really provide the breakthrough. As they say, sometimes there's blessing in the pressing. But see, a lot of times we get to the windows and those fears, they get greater. And we don't conquer them. We stop conquering our fears because we get comfortable. And see, there's different levels of success. Now, here's the thing. You're going to get to a point in your building to where the intensity, okay, is going to be so great. You're going to want to go back down the steps. And what happens is, when we get to a certain level, even though things might be going good for you, what you may end up being faced with is this voice that tells you a whole lot of different things that will essentially talk you down from the ledge. You'll talk yourself down from the ledge. You'll come up with some very, very valid reasons as to why you shouldn't go this next level and jump out of this particular window. Even with success being imminent, even with opportunities being imminent, and everything that you've been working for is starting to unfold, you are still going to be posed with this question, and it's still going to challenge and test you. When you get to that ledge, you have to understand something. What you're trying to basically go back to is what's comfortable. And when you get to what's comfortable, you also will get complacent at that point, at that level. You start to grow stagnant, and you may feel good for a moment, but I promise you, in time, in your own time, you will realize exactly what you did. And you may not tell anyone, you may not tell your wife, you may not tell your kids, you may not tell your best friend, but you're going to know to yourself that what you really did is you talked yourself down from the ledge. You justified it with a whole lot of things that surfacely, when people hear it, it sounded good. And it never sounded as good as it sounded to you, because excuses sound best to the people who actually create them. But at the end of the day, what I want you to understand is you're going to constantly be tested with this. And this is a path that, everybody has to walk on their own. But when you get to that point and you're about to talk yourself down from that ledge, and you're about to justify going back, remember these words. At that particular time, you're being attacked with a case of the Ezies. And easy is at your doorstep. It's right there on the tip of your tongue. It's on your chest. It's on your heart. And what it is doing is, what easy does is easy eats away from your courage. It eats away from your potential. It eats away from everything that you actually need that's going to get you to where you want to go. See, where you're trying to go, nobody said it was going to be easy. And there's only one way to honestly kill easy. One way. And there is no easy way to kill easy. Easy, okay? The secret to killing easy is this. When your attitude, when your mentality, when your altitude, okay, of all those things gets to a level that it gets so high that easy can't follow you. There's certain places that easy just simply can't go. As Eric Thomas says, you can't count the cost. Well, here's the thing. I add to that and I say, you can't count the cost, but you still have to be willing to pay the price. And that is what actually faith is all about, guys. There's a point where faith kicks in. But guess what? Here's the difference. When you keep going into that building, you keep climbing levels, there's something that's happening to you. Every time you walk back into the building after jumping off of it and coming back in, your courage begins to build, your confidence begins to build, your wisdom begins to grow. And you begin to understand that no matter what's thrown at you, you can do it. But you have to earn that, guys. You've got to earn that by breaking through. Listen, this is a race. The race is not with anyone else but yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is not given to the swiftest, but he who endures the most. You got to be willing to endure. You've got to be willing to take the hits. You've got to be willing to take the punches, and just no matter what it brings to you, deal with it. Do not expect easy. Easy will kill you. It is killing some of you. And you've got to break through. The only way is you got to keep your mindset healthy. You've got to keep positive people around you. You got to do a lot of self-talk. And you do whatever it takes to get that altitude, to get your mentality, to get get to that place to where easy can't follow you anymore. Where it's not about your comfort level. It's about the goal. It's about success. It's about getting where you're saying you want to go. It's about your why, whatever you define that to be, to when you first set out on this journey as to why you were doing it. I would be doing a disservice to you if I told you that it's ever been easy. You're going to be faced with a lot of different challenges, but you're also going to be better as you face those challenges. So if you're in that building right now, and if you're one of those folks that's faced, and I'm going to tell you how this works. This is the trick. This is the illusion. All right? And there's a law, okay, like the law of attraction. One of the laws, I believe, is of continuity. Basically, one of the laws that states that you will get to a point to where you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. All right? You're going to be tested. Greatness, I liken greatness to someone that you're trying to date. And in my case, it would be a woman. If you're trying to date a woman, okay, greatness will tease you. She'll give you a little bit of success. She'll give you a little bit of an inclination to know that she's interested in you. But she'll constantly test you. And by the way, she's going to test you for the entire length of the relationship. But there'll be different levels in the relationship where she'll give more and more of herself to you. Okay, and as she does that, there'll be a point where you'll actually be able to walk her down the aisle and marry her. But when you marry her, you best believe there's going to be a pivotal moment. For some people, it might be at the same time that you have an opportunity to blow up your business and take it to the next level. There'll be this awesome job offer that'll come. at the exact same time. That stuff is happening is because you're being tested. You're being vetted. And see, this is what's interesting. It's very difficult if you're that person in that situation where you're being faced with this awesome job, supposed to be that, the deal you can't refuse, but it's still a job, and it goes against everything you were really trying to do, and you're trying to get away from that, right? With your business, that's why you've been paying this price. But then here comes this job, and the allure is going to be that the job is just going to make everything just that much more easier. But the issue is 9 times out of 10 with the job, there's going to be an even greater price. Because at that point, everything that you pretty much have been saying that you want or that you've been building towards is going to be probably destroyed and replaced with that job. And that is the universe's way of testing what you said you really wanted. Now, granted, the truth of the matter is that when you're doing a business or you're doing something like that, there's so much unknown. Okay? Half of the people that are successful didn't know they're going to be as successful as they are. But it's because they always had the courage to keep jumping out of that building and then getting back up again and going back in the building, running back up to the next step, to the next level, and jumping back out again that they broke through. But listen, guys, I'm pretty much done with this video. I know I've talked for a while, but this is something that I really need you guys to understand. You will never accomplish anything in life that is extraordinary, okay? You will never ever accomplish anything extraordinary simply by accident. Nothing long lasting, that's for sure. I'm not talking about the lottery. No, I'm talking about something extraordinary. You'll never do it with ordinary results, with being comfortable all along the way. It wouldn't be any different. I mean, there would be no point of reference between the difference between something that's extraordinary and ordinary if it wasn't something that required you to do more than you've ever done before, to break through or out of your comfort zones. So I'm here to tell you right now, right today, if right now this is you and you're facing Ezies or a case of the Ezies, this disease is eating you, remember what I'm telling you. I'm saying this now to bring this into your consciousness so that you know what's happening. And it may not be a job for you. It may be that, somebody's going to give you something, some money or something. I don't know what the case may be. Whatever the case may be, whatever that easy situation, it could be simply that it would be easier to just stop trying and just go along and be normal like everybody else. Whatever it is, kill it. The only way you kill it is up here. Is through enduring. You were designed for greatness. You're on the path to greatness. But to be great, to accomplish something great, to accomplish something that transcends yourself and brings you and ushers you into legacy, it requires for you to do something more, to be something more than you've probably ever been in your life. And if it means you're going to be uncomfortable in order to accomplish that, it's worth it. I'm telling you now, it's worth it. It's worth it because, listen, you're going to leave this earth the same way you came, whether or not you like it or not. And really, at the end of the day, you're not going to take your money, you're not going to take your clothes, your fancy cars, or your nice house. What you're going to take with you is pretty much what you see, what you came here with. But what you leave behind, okay, what you have the opportunity, what we all have the opportunity to leave behind is legacy. And a legacy worthwhile doesn't come easy, but it's still worth it. Folks, if you're that person right now that's at the brink of an opportunity and you're teetering on success and you're teetering which way you should go, don't get sucked in too easy. Don't be, taken by the allure of easy just because it's easy. Okay? So I leave you with that now. The clock is running backwards, folks. It's never running forward. And a lot of times we forget that. You're getting older, but you're not just getting older. You're dying from the day you were born. So the clock actually is running backwards. What you do with this life is really going to be up to you. You know, what you do with the decisions, and your decisions and your choices are what truly define you. Okay, so I leave this with you guys. You know, I love you and I want you guys to succeed. And I say what I said to you from the heart. Okay, get rid of easy. Take care. It's Mayo Best, Paradigm Coaching and the X Factor. Talk soon.